Good afternoon, Laurel Nokomis Lightning students. This is Mr. Corey, your college and career advisor. Today, I'm going to introduce to you our new career cluster of the month for October, and that's manufacturing. Throughout the month, you're going to be seeing a lot of different things about it, some videos, some presentations. So we're going to start off today with this presentation. Manufacturing is an exciting career field. Some of you went on a field trip last week to see Chris Craft. That is a form of manufacturing, the boat building and all the work that they do. So we're going to introduce to you today some of the career paths that you can have within manufacturing, how to get there, and what it looks like. So you can see if it's something you might be interested in. Okay, manufacturing focuses on planning, managing, and performing the processing of materials into intermediate or final products and related professional and technical support activities, such as production, planning and control, maintenance, and manufacturing process engineering. So that's a lot. It focuses on, first and foremost, the planning, managing, and performing the processing of materials. So that's building something. That's making upholstery. That is cutting wood to fit a certain project. If you're building a house, that's the designing phase of it, then managing the construction, then actually performing the construction. Okay, some of the final products that it talks about would be inspecting, quality control, making sure that your product is turning out the way you want it to. All right, and then any related professional and technical support activities. So if there's any maintenance that needs to be done on something, that's part of manufacturing. If there is something that's controlled by a computer and it needs IT work done, that is part of that. Okay, so it's really a few different things all wrapped up into one. And it is a great career field to go into. It employs 8.5% of the entire workforce in the United States, which is a decent chunk for one career field. And the average pay is 12% higher than the average workforce salary of all other careers. And that depends kind of on what state and where you're in. Certainly some industries pay more than others, and certain things within manufacturing pay more than others. Okay, so some career possibilities. Machine programmers or controllers. There's a lot of things within manufacturing that are controlled by computers. So you can be the person that programs that and or controls it. That's going to be more in demand as time goes on because many manufacturing centers are unfortunately reducing their workforce of people and adding in more computers and machines. So if you want to get into manufacturing, being able to work on the computers, the machines, and the programming will give you a step up and a leg up above people who can't. Welding can make you a lot of money, and that's using the fire to put metal together. Machinists are people who build and run machines. Engine builders, if you want to build boat engines or car engines or airplane or space engines in aerospace, they're always going to need people to build engines and parts for things that move. Fabricators and laminators. This is a lot of the building and the shining and making sure everything is ready to add more to. So for example, in boating, you need somebody who's building a boat to be the fabricator, laminator, make sure everything is sanded down, shiny, ready to go to put other parts of the boat in. In cars, this happens where people can work on designing the car, and then after the designer gets done and stuff gets built on it, the fabricators will come in and clean it up. Okay, or laminators putting the design work on. Inspectors, so you would be the person that comes around and does the quality control, making sure everything is built the way it was supposed to be, everything works the way it's supposed to be. Inspectors don't usually involve themselves in the actual construction or building of something, but they are sort of that final step in the line. So it's a very high responsibility job. People are trusting that you know what you're talking about when you clear something, saying it's safe or it's all good. Manufacturing IT. In manufacturing, there's a lot of computer work. There's a lot of computer-controlled machines and projects and equipment. So you could be the person that works on that, making sure that the computer, the AI, artificial intelligence portion of it is working properly, and then fixing it when it's not. Designers, there's a program called AutoCAD, along with Autodesk and many others, although AutoCAD is the most popular, that you would be the person designing the project. So before it ever gets built or touched or done anything with, it has to be designed. The designers have a cool job because you can be creative and you can work on, what something's going to look like, run through different ideas, and you may be able to create something that's brand new that's never been built before. So that's a really fun career. And that could be something if you want to get into manufacturing, but you really don't want to build stuff. If you're like me and you go to touch a power tool and people run and hide from you, the designing phase career might be something that's good for you. All right, some local employers. So if you want to stay in Florida or stay in our area when you go to work, there's a few places where you can get a job in manufacturing. One is Tervis Tumbler. Okay, they manufacture those cool cups, the tumbler cups. Sun Hydraulics, Chris Craft, which is the local boat builder in Sarasota. PGT, they build windows. Window work can make you a decent amount of money, and it's a good thing if you want to get into it. Aluminum installers. These are companies, and there's multiple in the county, that build lanais and porches and pool cages that you see built out of aluminum and screen. That's what they do. And there's somebody there who's got to design. There's somebody there who's got to inspect. There's somebody there who's got to build them. Weber Manufacturing in Sarasota, and home builders. There are a lot of home builders, some of them that are involved in custom construction. So you can really be creative with some of the design and stuff if you get a job with one of those custom home builders. Lots of choices, and you don't have to stick with just one. So think about, if you want to go into manufacturing, what type of manufacturing you want to do. All right, degree or certification programs. So depending on what you want to do, can determine where you want to go for school. So if you want to go for a degree, you can get degrees in manufacturing or engineering, and that's your degree. Within that, many schools that offer manufacturing and engineering degrees will offer subsets. So if you want to work on aerospace engineering, working on airplanes and space equipment specifically, they'll have a subset where you're learning engineering, but then more specifically, the aerospace aspect of it. All right. If you are interested in being an engineer or manufacturer for a government building roads or government vehicles or equipment, which is called civil engineering, they'll have specific programs for that. Engineering technology, that's more if you want to work with the equipment, the artificial intelligence, the computer side of it. This is sort of what you'll be looking at right here. Certification. So one of the cool things about manufacturing is you can get a good job with good pay without having to go to college. So if you don't think college is for you, or you don't want to do that 4-year degree, come to the Suncoast Technical College in Sarasota, and you can get some certifications that will give you great career options. One of them is in advanced manufacturing, one is in industrial technologies, and precision machining. So those are a few that they offer at Suncoast Technical College. You can get certifications that will allow you to work in really good paying jobs in manufacturing centers for companies that build things. I know they have automotive mechanics there, so if you want to work on cars, you can get your certification for that. You can get your certifications to work on, again, the industrial technologies, the IT portion of it. If you really want to work on machinery and kind of building, maintaining that, that's for you. Advanced manufacturing, this might be a good one if you want to start out at the technical school, maybe start working, but then transfer to a bigger degree in the future. This will get you on a good pathway for that. Or if you just want to stick with this, that works too. Some colleges, if you want that 4-year degree to get to be the director or the engineer consultant, or to get really high in your career, that's all good too. There's some good colleges for that. Some of these you probably never heard of. University of Florida, they have great engineering programs at the University of Florida. Tulsa Welding School. If you want to weld and get a certification in welding, you don't need a 4-year degree for that. And I'm telling you, if you're interested in welding, you can make a lot of money doing welding or being a welder inspector. But in Jacksonville, they have this school. They'll train you, give you the certification on how to do it. Indian River State College in Fort Pierce, it's a small school, but they have a couple great manufacturing programs. It's one of their focuses as a college. Suncoast Technical College in Sarasota, there's a campus in Northport, but Sarasota has more of the manufacturing stuff. Again, you want your certifications, maybe you don't want a 4-year degree, great school there, Suncoast Technical College. There are some other colleges that offer manufacturing, but these are 4 that really have a good focus for it. So if you have other questions about where you could go maybe to school, or you have an idea about manufacturing but aren't sure what you like yet, reach out to me. Send me an email or come find me during the day and we'll help you go through that process. I know you guys are only in middle school, but you are starting to figure out what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you really like, what you really don't. Some of you may really want a career in manufacturing, and there's a lot of options for you if you do. All right. So, as always, have a great day. We're going to wish you go Lightning. And remember, you are all great people, as I tell you all the time. You can do anything if you apply yourselves and work hard. So, have a great rest of your day. Laurel Nokomis Lightning.